Here you go. Let's go through the Sunday paper tonight. Here's got my jelly jay, by the way. Rizuka, original. Bubblegum. A reminder to turn down your brightness and your contrast on your device. And that might make it easier for you to fall asleep tonight if it's not so bright in your room. And perhaps you'll be tonight's winner in our ongoing contest. Our ongoing challenge. First one who falls asleep wins. So, I love the Sunday edition of the Los Angeles Times. That's such a fun childhood memory for me. My dad reading the paper, and my mother and us kids going through the ads. This is HBO. I started watching that show, Veep, on HBO with Julia Louis-Dreyfus, and I have to say I really did enjoy it. When it first came out, I was watching it on streaming. I need to start watching it over again, but kind of funny. And I like her. Okay. So what do we have here? Are they going to tell us we're going to have our big earthquake? Surveying this year. Oh, they're talking about water. They're looking for snow, possible water. Not pretty. Tiffany. European attacks, a grim pattern of mischances. Military has more leeway with Trump. LA Times, Sunday, June 11th. hands-off approach allows the generals more aggressively to move more aggressively, but it could backfire. Just like my little relaxing candle can backfire. Slum living just got worse. Demolition shows powerlessness of the poor in Mumbai. French election poses test for a new president. The truth is that Britain is divided. I think we knew that. Just like the United States is divided. Watch this. Terrorists can fall short. Oh, Afghan soldier shoots. Fatally shoots 3 U.S. troops. Oh, that was terrible. That's terrible. Bloomingdale's. 25% off. Do you know we don't have a Bloomingdale's? I never heard of Bloomingdale's until, do you remember that movie with Robert Redford and Jane Fonda? Was it called The Electric Horseman? When Robert Redford rode around on that horse. And they had to go out together on this huge road trip or something. And Jane Fonda was a reporter who always wore these like stiletto heel shoes. And so there was some kind of reference to Bloomingdale's, I think. That was the first time I ever learned about Bloomingdale. A blue. Oh no, underwater experience. Where's that at? Is that the Long Beach? Oh, at Natural History Museum. Palestinian village hanging in limbo outside the Israeli wall. Here we are, Bloomingdale's. How come we don't have Bloomingdale's in California? Is that just like a New York thing? Oh, San Manuel Bingo. Oh, you guys like Indian casinos. Oh my goodness. 2-for-1 brunch buffet plus $10 extra credit. That is such a deal. And those Indian casinos remind me of Vegas back in the day. You could get like a prime rib, or like steak and egg, all you can eat breakfast for like $2 or $3. Authority carries risks. Some say it is. Summer sale. The Russians are here. .org. What does that mean? I took out a whole ad. A whole page ad. Rallies attack Sharia law. I heard about resume trips up Trump choice. Borrowing apprentice idea for job. Trump, his daughter Ivanka, and the Labor Secretary will unveil a proposal to tackle unemployment. Sacks. Sacks. Now we do have sacks. We have a. What are they called? It's like a warehouse or a outlet. We have a Saks Fifth Avenue outlet. Oh my goodness, great prices there. And we have a Nordstrom outlet. It's kind of cool. New windows. Calls grow for cheaper OD drugs. Sprouts. Do you guys have Sprouts? Grocery store? Got a whole ad. Farmer's market. I guess Sprouts is like an indoor. It's a grocery store, but with an indoor farmer's market. Very cool. It's organic. Revisiting right. What is this? Colored house, built for a widowed book dealer and nicknamed by Wright as the Miniatura for its compact size. Rises in a eucalyptus grove near Pasadena. Cute. A more precise snow survey. Yeah, I guess they're surveying the snow in the high Sierras, so they'll get an idea of California's water thing. Interesting. Nurseries. Valley. San Fernando Valley. Is that San Fernando Valley nursing? What is that? So, living on border of U.S. and Canada. Navy ship named for former lawmaker. Gabby Giffords. Oh, bless her heart. Was she the one who's recovering from a near-fatal shooting? Sessions offers to testify on contact with Russian official. Nuclear debris may stay put in Idaho. 3 Mile Island waste. Video center. Father's Day special. Picking on Trump, the impeachment zone. Los Angeles 2028 bid for the Olympic Games. Confrontations over climate. Madagascar's got a people problem. Shoved together in LA, New York style. Is your company's website sufficiently accessible to the disabled? You better hope so. Oh my goodness. Regulations at digital age. Actually, hate speech is protected. Huh. No renewable power will not kill the grid. And the best ways to incorporate renewable energy into the grid is to supply it to a wider area. No, I don't know what. What? I'm one of Bill Cosby's accusers. His defense strategy is reprehensible. How can you be printing this in the paper when you're in the middle of a trial? Wanted people with hearing loss. We got to that. What did I want to see over here? I wanted to see something. Was it? I wanted to see what it looked like. Now that. Where was it? Thought it was. No. Oh, Batman died. Batman died. Oh, 88 years old. Battling a grocery to save a newsstand. What? Marks is the owner of the Brentwood newsstand that's been ordered to vacate the Whole Foods parking lot. Oh. That's terrible. Growing wave of hostility facing the sleep. Top cop Sarah faces key decisions on police hand. Hobby Lobby. And Father's Day. Comey's decision, Comey's lessons for harassed workers. There is something a little skeptical about how he said that President Trump hinted about something. Because I don't think President Trump is a hinter. He says President Trump kind of hinted for him to do so. I don't think he operates that way. I think President Trump would have just all out said it, I think. I'm not sure, but California lawmakers show persistent. $32 million going to LA rehab programs. Higher gas tax is a right target for the state GOP. Porter Ranch Democrat trying to oust Trump. What is this? 7.7 billion with a B. The annual market for cannabis, illegal and medical. marijuana in California as of November 2016, according to a state-sponsored study by UC Agricultural Center. Do you see why? Do you see now why things happen? Look at all that money generated. I feel bad for us. I think we're just pawns. It's a lot of money for those people buying and selling. I think. Villa Grossa takes early jabs at Newsom. Islamic law is decried near the site of 15 attack. Anti-Sharia rallies. County surveys the health of people near a former battery plant. Volunteers visit several neighborhoods to talk about lead hazard. Attorney General will be put to the test. Gwendolyn Woods, the mother of a man killed by San Francisco police, has renewed a request that Attorney General said investigate that department. Sikhs see high risk of attack. Sikh community preparing food as is the custom. Marilyn Hall, Emmy-winning matriarch of a showbiz family. Is that like, it is Monty Hall. Do you guys remember Monty? Monty Hall from Let's Make a Deal. Marilyn Hall, an Emmy award-winning producer and matriarch of show business family, has included longtime husband Monty Hall, died at age 90. She's known for philanthropy, supporting after-school programs for children in Los Angeles, and charitable causes like the Jewish Welfare Fund, and hands-on involvement in developing programs for institutes such as Tel Aviv University, the Julia Ann Singer School, and variety clubs in Manhattan. She was born in Canada. She began her career as a writer and a teacher, and she moved to New York. She tried songwriting, and she broke into the TV industry. As a writer, such critics as Love American Style. Remember, oh my goodness, do you remember that show, Love American Style? That was on late at night. It was kind of something. Hall, who died Monday, is survived by her husband, 3 children, 5 grandchildren, and a sister. She was also an associate producer on the Emmy-winning A Woman Called Golda, a movie tracing the life of Israeli Prime Minister Golda Meir, and starred Ingrid Bergman, and she won an Emmy for her work on Do You Remember Love? An early look at the far-reaching cruelties of Alzheimer's. She also was a producer on miniseries Ginger Tree and a movie The Little Traitor. The Halls, Monty and Marilyn, were married in 1947, and their children followed them into show business. I'll never forget the original Let's Make a Deal with Monty Hall. And it was filmed right here in Hollywood or LA. I remember telling my mom, we should go. We have to go. We have to go. We could win something. Curtain number 1, 2, or 3. One daughter, Joanna Gleason, is a Tony Award-winning actress and singer. Another daughter, Sharon Hall, is president of Enmall Shine Studio, and their son Richard is a producer. Won an Emmy for the reality show. Excuse me. The Amazing Race. At age 50, Marilyn Hall returned to college and earned a master's in fine arts from UCLA. And she was the author of Celebrity Kosher Cookbook, which offered recipes favored by celebrities such as William Shatner, the matzo ball soup, and Kirk Douglas's chicken and dill sauce. She also wrote a book review for the LA Times. She also wrote book reviews for the LA Times. I love celebrity stuff. Have you noticed? And here's all their big celebrity news of the week, Batman. Star of TV series Batman. Being Batman, Adam West, pictured in 1985, told the Times in 2009, "I've been so fortunate to have this opportunity to bring Batman alive on the screen." He died Saturday at age 88 in LA after fighting leukemia. Adam West donned the cape, cowl, and tights to become an overnight sensation. 1966 as a star of Campy Batman TV series. He has died, according to a family statement. He later lamented being typecast as the iconic Cape Crusader, but eventually embraced having been part of the American pop culture. He died Friday after a short battle with leukemia. He appeared in TV commercials in the mid-1960s to help pay the rent, but several commercials he did for Nestle's Quick Chocolate Powder, parodies of James Bond movies in which he played a dry-witted character called Captain Q, had an unexpected outcome. Interesting. I don't know that. They caught the attention of 20th Century Fox TV producer William Dozier, who was looking for someone to star as Gotham City millionaire Bruce Wayne and his crime-fighting alter ego Batman in a far new series for ABC, based on the DC character created by artist Bob Kane and writer Bill Finger in 1939. Batman debuted in January 1966 as a twice-weekly half-hour program, Wednesdays and Thursdays night at 7:30. With Wednesday's episode ending on a cliffhanger. How cool is that? How cool was that? West knew his life would never be the same the night the heavily promoted first episode aired. "I stopped at the market on the way home," she told Esquire magazine in 2004. "I thought, tonight I just want to be alone. I'll stop, I'll get a steak and a six-pack, whatever, and then go home and watch the debut of the show. As I walked through the checkout line, I heard people saying, 'Come on, hurry up, Batman's coming on.' And I said to myself, Goodbye and a minute and a minute. The tongue-in-cheek series roared into public consciousness like the Batmobile out of the Batcave. Oh my goodness. With West as the straight-laced crime fighter who spoke with what has been described as ironic earnestness, and Burt Ward as his youthfully exuberant sidekick Robin, Batman was a pop culture phenomenon in a decade that was full of them. Oh my goodness. This whole thing is an insane mad fantasy world, West said of the show in a Chicago Daily News interview shortly after its debut. My goal is to become America's biggest put-on. It was high camp indeed, with fight scenes punctuated by comic book styles, pow, pop, whop, and whap, exclamations flashing on the screen, and an array of guest star villains, including Frank Gorshin as the Riddler, Burgess Meredith as the Penguin, Cesar Romero as the Joker, and Julian Newmar as Eartha Kitt as Catwoman. West quickly learned the key to slipping into the Batman persona. You put on the mask and the utility belt and the gloves, and you must believe, the moment that's done, that you really are Batman. West said in a late 1980s interview on TV. On Entertainment Tonight. Oh my goodness. You guys, I'm getting carried away here with Batman. But that was the best part of Batman, was when each show had a fighting scene. And I remember the stars. I remember Cesar Romero, Burgess Meredith, and Frank Gorshin. Oh my goodness, they were big time. And the fighting scenes would come on, and my brother and my sister and myself, we would get up and do the fighting scene every time, and my mother would scream at it. Every time she'd warn us before the show not to do it, and then as we were doing it, scream, scream. Oh my goodness, good times. Can't believe I'm so into this article. What I loved about Batman was his total lack of awareness when it came to his interaction with the outside world. West told London's Independent newspaper in 2005 he actually believed nobody could recognize him on the phone when he was being Bruce Wayne, even though he made no attempt to disguise his voice. Oh my goodness. In the first episode of the series, he recalled, Batman goes into a nightclub in the cowl, cape, and bat gloves when the maitre d' says, "Ringside table, Batman?" He replies, "No, thank you. I'll stand at the bar. I would not wish to be conspicuous." Oh, that's funny. And he's wearing the cape and his whole Batman thing. That's too funny. In June 1966, the LA Times reported that Batman had been a life-transforming success for West. Fan mail was arriving by the wagons full. And so were requests for everything from personal appearances to locks of his hair. Oh my goodness, locks of his hair. But West, the Times said, had no panic about becoming solely and totally identified with a caped role. I love doing the show, and frankly, it's given me more identification than any three movies could have. West told the Times, "What I've got to feel is that if I can make a success of this characterization, I can make a success of other characterizations." The Batman series spawned a 1966 movie version and an array of merchandise, including lunchboxes, dolls, and toy Batmobiles. Both Knights of Batman were rated in the top 10 list of shows for the 65-66 season. But as with any fad, the show's popularity began to fade By the fall of 1967, the series was cut back to once a week, and it was canceled altogether in March 1968. Before his overnight stardom as Batman, West had made guest appearances on TV series such as Cheyenne, Maverick, 77 Sunset Strip, and he'd been a regular for a season on the Robert Taylor series The Detective. He also had roles in movies such as Tammy and the Doctor, Robinson Crusoe on Mars, The Outlaws, coming. But after Batman ended, West told Scripps Howard News Service in 2001 it was a bleak time in my career because of typecasting. Batman, I couldn't get away from it. As he told the Orange County Register in 1989, I was almost to the finish line for a lot of big leading man type roles that I really wanted, but I'd always come in second or third. Somebody in charge would always say, "What are you guys doing? You can't put Batman in bed with Faye Dunaway." West went on to do guest shots on Fantasy Island, Laverne and Shirley. Oh my goodness. Other TV shows. In 1986, he starred as the police captain in 1986 sitcom The Last Precinct, but the series was quickly canceled, and he also voiced a few TV cartoon versions of Batman over the years, and more recently provided the voice for Mayor Adam West in the animated comedy TV series Family Guy. Oh my goodness. Oh, in time, Adam West came to appreciate having played the Batman role. The reaction has been so positive and good for me that I love it now. He told the Times in 2009, "How could I not? I would hate to be a bitter, aging actor. I've been so fortunate to have had this opportunity to bring Batman alive on the screen." As for the newer, darker depictions of Gotham City on the big screen, West said they are grim, gothic, full of explosions and mayhem. It's the way of things, I guess. The whole world seems darker. But, he said, I look at it this way. They've got the dark night, and I was the bright night, or maybe I was even the neon night. He was born William West Anderson, September 19, 1928, Seattle, Washington, and he grew up on a farm outside of Walla Walla. Before his parents divorced, and he moved to Seattle later to live with his mother and her new husband. He majored in English literature at Whitman College in Walla Walla, and he later did postgraduate work in communication at Stanford University, but he dropped out after 6 weeks to take a job at Sacramento radio station. West, who was drafted into the Army in the early 1950s, was hosting a local daily variety show in Hawaii with a chimp named Peaches and acting in the community theater when a Hollywood agent saw him playing the lead in a production of Picnic. In 1959, he became a contract player at Warner Brothers. Oh my goodness, this is the part I love. This is so early Hollywood. That makes me so happy. Listen to that. He was in Hawaii playing a leading role in the production of Picnic when a Hollywood talent agent saw him. You have no idea how I would daydream about Hollywood. I think I got it from the I Love Lucy show as a kid. I was addicted to the original I Love Lucy show. My mom loved it. Our whole family loved it. But you know how Lucy was always trying to go to Hollywood and be famous? I think something started with that show in grammar school, and then as I grew up and I started realizing all these places were right by our house. We would drive to my grandparents' house who lived in Los Angeles. One grandma lived right in east of Los Angeles. My other grandma lived in Bell, California. But back in the day, you had to go drive over the Rocky Peak Pass Road into the San Fernando Valley. And there was nothing really for us kids to do back then. But, you know, to look out the window. We didn't even have seat belts. Oh my goodness. And I remember always watching the road. Always watching the road. We'd get off on Devonshire, get onto the 405 freeway, the 101 freeway, and I'd see all these signs for Hollywood. And I remember seeing the Capitol Records building. So even though my parents were not Hollywood people, they were not into that at all. As a kid, all those drives we made, I was very aware that we lived on all these movie stars. This is where it's at. So I would know that, and I'd say, okay, well, it's nearby. And then I'd see Lucy talking about a talent scout from Hollywood. And as a kid, I'm thinking, oh my goodness, a talent scout could find me. I could be a movie star. Or, oh my goodness, I'm getting so carried away on a rambling tangent. I can't even believe myself. Well, the other little trivia tidbit. Do you remember, here's my King of Queens. You remember King of Queens had an episode, I think I've mentioned this before. Spence, who was the friend, Spence was a Star Wars freak. He was a superhero fanatic. So there was some kind of Comic-Con or something going on, and he wanted to go with the neighbor, Lou Ferrigno, who we all know was the Incredible Hulk. So Spence got him to go and really thought he was something. And Lou Ferrigno even brought out his old Incredible Hulk purple pants. It was a great episode. You can probably Google it. King of Queens episode with Adam West. And so the 30-minute episode goes on. And Spence, in the meantime, Adam West goes to the subway where Spence is working and realizes it's Batman. Spence is weak in the knees. Long story short, he ends up inviting Adam West to the Comic-Con and kind of dumps Lou Ferrigno. And at the end, as Adam West is driving Spence to the event, Spence is all excited. Adam West reveals to him, I probably should have said spoiler alert in case you guys wanted to watch the episode, but he pulls over and tells Spence to get out of the car. I said, well, this isn't we're not here yet. He says, oh, you're here. He says, well, Batman, what's going on? He says, you know, Lou Ferrigno and we talk, and I heard what you did to my friend. So he dumps Spence out, and he goes to pick up Lou Ferrigno, and I think he went to go pick up Lou Ferrigno. Anyways, that was very, very cool. And I must admit, I really do appreciate and love the original Batman. And I was very shocked and surprised when the Batman movie started coming out, and it wasn't like the Batman show. So, of course, I did not appreciate this Dark Knight or all this other Batman that's different from the original show. But the original Batman show was just a joy. Oh, my goodness. did. I love celebrity stuff. Hmm. Isn't that kind of cool? In the obituaries, you read about some of these people, and they really do have an extraordinary life. Doesn't it kind of encourage you to be more of a people person? It does me. I don't know about you, but I really love these obituaries where they've got like this whole section. Look at this guy, Leon Michael Saliba. 93 years old, led. Oh, excuse me. He was 106 and he led an extraordinary life. He was a father, grandfather, great-grandfather, born in Missouri. They immigrated from Lebanon, both his parents. He passed away, Toluca Lake. Oh, and his wife of 58 years died 1994. They raised their family, Hancock Park. Moved to Toluca Lake. Siblings: Thomas, Mary, Lillian, and he has 6 kids. Leon lived an extraordinary life spanning over a century of astounding years. He graduated with honors from LA High School. He earned a scholarship to attend Caltech to work for military construction. Became a respected pioneer in constructing bonding and insurance. Oh my God. I'll be right back. Okay. Sorry about that. All right. Grumbling, and I needed a coffee refill. This is the most fun I've had with a newspaper in a long time, you guys. Okay, so this member of the Masonic Lodge, Scottish and the Shriners, and he was an active and dedicated colleague for 67 years and founder of the Loafers, a weekly lunch group of men who are steadfast in their commitment to each other and to the community. For many years, he was known by his fellow Wilshire Country Club members as the Great Grey Ghost, for often being the earliest morning golfer on the course, tall and handsome. Oh, with a powerful speaking voice. He was legendary and sought after, master of ceremonies, with a gift for articulate public speaking at many functions. Not sweet. He learned the importance of the Eastern Orthodox religion. Early in life, he was instrumental in raising funds for the building St. Nicholas Cathedral and Hall in Los Angeles. He chaired the parish council in 1951. He became a lifetime member of the Order of St. Ignatius. Is that Catholic or is that not Catholic? To all who know him and recently met him, Leon was a positive, a supportive role model to the very end of his life. His family is grateful to Dr. Shaw, his physician for close to 30 years, who had foresight in his care of Leon and treated him as though age was of no consequence. Leon was always ready with a smile and a bright welcome to his support team. It made the last years of his life so delightful and comforting. It's some kind of Orthodox church, or St. Ignatius. Services be held. St. Nicholas Orthodox. Funeral services held. Graveside, Hollywood Hills, Forest Lawn, in celebration of his life will follow. Lunch. And though flowers, contribution may be made in his memory to the St. Nicholas Cathedral. Or to Los Angeles High School, care of the Harrison Memorial Charity Trust on Olympic Boulevard. This is amazing. Listen to this. Dr. Omar Alfi passed away. He was 89. He was a geneticist, artist, educator, on and on. Through his research, he was able to identify a rare chromosomal anomaly known as monosomy 9p, or Alfie syndrome. By coincidence, the children who all have Alfie syndrome reflect his personality, having an affectionate and cheery disposition. That is something. Based on lab protocols and procedures that he formulated, he was able to successfully complete cytogenics analysis of amniotic fluid in 7 days, while the standard of care at the time was 4 weeks. Of his retirement, he conducted research to develop stem cell therapy in the hopes of developing more effective treatment for hepatitis C, which is in prevalence in Egypt. Wow. It's amazing. I had no idea I would enjoy the Obituaries so very much. It's lovely. 89, he was 89, 106 years old. Here's a lady who was 92. Here's another guy, 96. Not lovely. 94. 84. Oh. This lady, listen to this. This lady, Marilyn Jean Yorba Lasker, a 7th generation descendant of early California in Orange County. She's a member of the California's historical community. She grew up with her parents and 2 sisters, and Yorba Linda. Grandparents, aunts, uncles, and cousins were the fabric of her daily life. They were ranchers. They farmed together. Marilyn is a descendant from the Jose Antonio Yorba, who arrived in Orange County with Father Juan Serra. I'm getting excited because it's like California history. He's the one that founded all the missions from San Diego up the California coast. That's Father Juan Serra in 1769. Oh my goodness. I wonder who I'm a descendant of. I wonder if I have something like that. Let's see here. Along with another soldier, received a vast Spanish land grant of 62,000 acres, which ran through San Diego East Center, covered what is now cities of Santa Ana, Tustin, Orange, Costa Mesa. She was the original Orange OC housewife. Oh, that is funny. That is funny. She's very supportive of the Historical Society, Cal State University Fullerton. She was an artist, a free thinker, a lover of life. She was grandmother of 13 and great-grandmother to 15. Wow. Oh. I cannot believe how much I enjoyed this part of the newspaper. Between Batman and the obituaries. Well, that's kind of good, something to think about in a positive way. Like, whoa, like what's her legacy? What are we doing with our life that will live on after we're gone? Amazing. Smart. Image. Calendar. Travel. It's a toss-up between the calendar and the travel section. An actor's evolution. Ethan Hawke. Trevor Noah, Rose and Late Night Claire. Megan Kelly. Book of Henry. Kevin Hart, A Serious Role. Untouchable movie. Hell on Earth movie. The Affair, Showtime. Laura Dern, Nicole Kidman. At the Beverly Hilton Hotel. It's an Oscar nominee luncheon. Oh, must be nice. Ethan Hawke. Alexander Life. But Festival, Culver City, Hollywood, Sandmark, June 14th to the 22nd. Shameless, the guide. Movies. Showtime. It's a comedy series, Shameless. Outstanding comedy series, I guess that's on Showtime. Openings. Book of Henry. All Eyes on Me. Can Hitler Happen Here? Cars 3. Dawson City Frozen Time. 47 meters down. From Hollywood to Rose. Funeral Parade of Roses. Hearing is Believing. Jasmine. Kill Switch. Long Live the King. Maudie. Moscow Never Sleeps. Once Upon a Time in Venice. Pray for Rain. Rough Night. Farewell to Europe. Theater openings. Conduct of Life, Hollywood Fringe Festival, Story Time, An Evening with Alan Alda, Pop-Up Magazine, Angels in America, Perestroika, Constellations, The Mitchell Sanatorium Cabaret, The Pride, Space Between, Shakespeare by the Sea, Shine. I got a lot of theater events. The Back Nine, Bloomsday, E.D. Blues, the musical, The Good Doctor, Long Beach Playhouse Radio Hour, Oklahoma, Animal Farm, Last Man on Earth, Love is a Dirty Word, Lovers, Haters, and Others, An Evening with Stephen Dubowski, I Want to Be Benjamin Franklin, King Richard II, The Lego Batman movie, new on Blu-ray. Huh. Celine Dion, Elton John, Caesar's Palace Coliseum. Oh, I want to go there so bad. Now, we did see Celine Dion. I've told you this story before. When my daughter turned 21, no matter what seat you have in the house or the Coliseum, it's called the Coliseum. It's a special, like, a theater they built for Celine back in the day. The stage is so huge, and the back screening and the projection and the camera, I don't know, filming is so huge that even if you're not up close, you can still see everything well. I can't explain it. You just have to experience it. And so my daughter turned 21. Oh my goodness, she was so in love with Celine Dion. That was like her hero. So all four of us went. And it was kind of pricey, but we love Las Vegas. Obviously, we love our daughter, and it was just like the perfect event. And we had a wonderful time. But I can't believe she's back. She's going to be back there in September, and then Elton John follows her in October. Very fun. Travel, road trips. Oh my goodness, I love road trips. Wasn't kind of life's driving school. You know, 99% of our vacations and outings as our children were growing up was United States. And we never once as a family flew to a foreign country. As our children were growing up, it was all United States of America, except for the weekend, San Diego, Mexico, Tijuana. That was kind of fun. A little taste of Mexico, and then the weekend up in Canada. I believe it's Vancouver. It's a part of Canada where you take the ferry from Washington and you take the ferry boat. Very cool. Anyways, that was fun. But other than that, and then it wasn't until our girls were adults that they've flown everywhere. My goodness. That's kind of cool. My father and my uncle are both retired airline captains from Flying Tigers. So flying, there was no fear of flying. My husband just felt it was just so in love with our United States of America and knew so much history about our country. It was such a joy for him as our kids were growing up to take us all around our great nation. And I'm so glad we did that. So then, and it really is true. You know, my daughter's been everywhere. And there's no place like home. There's no country like the United States of America. Whether you know it now or you have to travel to find that out. But tracking Twain by the mark she loved. Well, that'd be a fun trip. As you go, kind of cool. I'll show you this little vintage Chevrolet cruises Main Street in California's camp, where Mark Twain is said to have heard a story that led him to pen Calaveras County tale. Reno, Virginia City, Lake Tahoe, Murphy, California. Very cool. I'll tell you where it is. Very cool. Red Rocks, ready for a great ride. Follow the Red Rocks. Sedona. Chapel of the Holy Cross, built right into the Red Rock. Sedona. Peaceful. Isn't that something? And they give you the route from LA to Sedona. Very cool. Oh, the Salton Sea. That is an interesting place. Honey apple pie in the Salton Sea. Escondido plays. Ethan, age 3 of Escondido, plays in the sand a bit. Salton Sea. That is something. It's near Palm Springs. They tell you where to shop. The story behind that Salton Sea is really weird. Cold Springs Cavern. Oh my goodness. That is an amazing. Do they have Cold Springs Tavern? Los Alamos. Wine Country. Cold Springs. The bridge. There's a bridge. I don't see anything about Cold Springs Tavern. There's this little restaurant. The building must be like 300 years old. Down the Stark Road. Cold Springs Canyon, the Arch Bridge in California, 154, Santa Barbara, near Stagecoach Road. Worthy detour if you're okay making hairpin turns. Oh my gosh, that is awesome. Around the world. State Reservoir. Water? What is it? Oregon's coast. The dawn is lovely along a river if you can drag yourself away from the view. Interesting. Arizona. Look at that. Isn't that pretty? Coyote Buttes Wilderness. Vermilion Cliffs National Monument, Arizona. Look at that. That's really pretty. Ride. If you paid attention. Good and Plenty. Where is they're suggesting candies for your road trip. Good and Plenty, Pixie Sticks, Gummy Bears, Payday. Oh my goodness, that's right. Payday candy bar. Skittles, Big Honker Apple Zaba, Lemonhead, Nico. In fact, I have some of those. That's nostalgia. Sour Patch Kids. That's funny. Traveling with your dog, traveling with your cat. A cockatoo. Find a qualified sitter for a cockatoo. Topanga. Sculptures and murals of Great Wall Topanga. Topanga Canyon Boulevard, as locals call it, the Boulevard. Oh my goodness. Where is that Great Wall of Topanga? I don't know if I've seen it. When I think of Topanga, it's Topanga Plaza. Pinnacles of California. Pinnacles National Park above by 146. Northern California. Coronado. Hotel del Coronado. That's like a famous, you see that famous picture everywhere. Coronado Island near San Diego. Sprawling resort. White Sand Beach. I haven't been to Coronado Island. I've been to Balboa Island. High, low, silver. Where do we go? Fire Pit. Red Rock Canyon State Park. Oh my goodness. How fun is this? The Hairstream is one of the 6 themed trailers at Kate's Lazy Desert, Landers, California. Look at the motorhome. What is that? The Airstream, that's funny. A Welshing ranch in Cayucas, California. A luxury series. The gleam of a 22-foot Airstream stands out in the stark Mojave Desert. Setting of California's Red Rock Canyon State Park. The trailer contains a luxurious bed, a dining room table, a stove, refrigerator, full-size shower. Rent an Airstream of 2017 sells for $53,000 upward. Oh my goodness. Or get these other trailers available for $400 a day. Oh my goodness. Some peppers in New Mexico. Taos Pueblo. New Mexico. Mendocino County. Winery, California. Tasting. I am really enjoying this paper this week. Chocolate Falls, officially Grand Falls, makes a spectacle of itself. This watery wonder is on Navajo Nation land in the Painted Desert, east of Flagstaff, Arizona, off of I-40. Oh my gosh. Look, isn't that beautiful? We've been up and down Interstate 40 throughout our times. I don't know how many times. Isn't that beautiful? Mini camper. King of the Road, that's a good travel song. Come fly with me. Highway 101 to San Francisco. Oh, the Madonna Inn. Oh my goodness. That is something. The Madonna Inn in San Luis Obispo, California. Every room is a different themed room. We used to stay there years ago when we were traveling. Oh, Joshua Tree. Interstate 10. Las Vegas. Interstate 15. Interstate 5 gets you to San Diego. The eccentric Madonna Inn San Luis Obispo has themed rooms and the pink infused Gold Rush Steakhouse. Yeah, funny. The head turning Mad Creek Cafe in Baker, outside of Barstow. That's funny. Baker on the way to Vegas. San Diego Walkable, Liberty Station, Wildlife, Newport Bay, State Marine Conservation Area. Look up a tree on the Redwood Grove Loop Trail in Henry Coral Redwood State Park. Can you hear the whistle blowing? A steam locomotive chugs along, giving train buffs a ride of a lifetime. Eli, Nevada. Your San Solitude, Solana Beach, San Diego, where the 60s magic begins. Magic Bus Tour Guide. Oh, Magic Bus, San Francisco, 1968. It took a 2-hour tour. San Francisco Haight-Ashbury neighborhood. Movement rainbow-colored tie-dyed epicenter. The only conventional thing about the bus is the boarding area. She pointed out a 60s era pharmacy and lunch counter, which should be nicknames the drug store at San Magnolia Brewery. Oh my goodness, how cool is that? Haight-Ashbury, hippies. Very cool. Wine, dine, and unwind. Guadalupe, Hacienda Guadalupe, Guadalupe, Mexico. A new life and an old favorite. Do you know Santa Barbara? The mill in an industrial area in Santa Barbara has a winery, brewery, restaurant, a boutique, a giant showroom. Interesting. Is that on Lower State Street? Where might that be? State Street and the Wharf. Think essential building and restaurants on State Street, the Wharf, and the sandy beaches. Yeah. Interesting. We haven't been there for a while, but art in the Mojave Desert. Oh my goodness. Like guys, this has been so much fun. I must say, this is the most fun I've had. All these car shows. San Diego, Pebble Beach, Burbank. Wow. I love car shows. And museums. They also have the Peterson Automotive Museum, Los Angeles. National parks. Oh my God, I want to go on vacation. Alcatraz. Oh gosh. I'm ready for vacation. Boy, this is not easy. A trip, for one teen boy trip to Santa Fe Opera was surprisingly enjoyable, in part thanks to the architecture that opened the New Mexico landscape. And Santa Cruz. Girls just want to have fun. Oh my goodness, we were there years ago. That is a fun boardwalk. University Town features an ideal mix of teenage version, plenty of shopping, restaurants, and of course, bustling boardwalk. Yes, indeed. That was really fun. Mother Road with no plan. Wigwam Hotel in Holbrook, Arizona, lies near Route 66, which was established in 1926. The fabled route's decline began with the birth of the interstate system. Oh my goodness. Oh, you guys, Route 66 Meteor Crater. We've been there. Oatman Hotel, Arizona. We've been there. There's one of my dollar bills somewhere in there. Oh my goodness. Williams, Arizona. Disney, Da Vinci, let me pick. Seattle Art Museum. Interesting. Suffolk, California. Colorado, Montana. Oh, I've had the best time. Thanks for watching.